This episode of the Young Turks is brought to you by GoToMeeting, online meetings made easy.
Pat Sajak he thinks that he is 100% to blame for Keith Olbermann's fame. Okay, he feels that he brought Keith Olbermann to his success, to his fame, to his fortune, and he wants to apologize to everyone in the United States for it. All right.
Did you know that Pat Sajak was a big conservative?
I didn't know, and I never looked into it.
Yeah.
He's the host of Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, he's a really big conservative. I don't know when I learned it. Maybe in like Bush's 04 re-election. But yeah, Pat Sajak, really big conservative, and now he has made that very clear.
Right, he has made it very clear. So he decided to go to his blog and write about his thoughts about Keith Olbermann. So I'm going to read you his quote. He said, "I was the person who introduced Keith Olbermann to America. I'm not sure how he morphed into the bitter-sounding, hate-mongering name-caller he's become, but I'm sorry he did." He continues to write, I do know that to whatever extent the political well has been poisoned, Keith has dumped more than his share of venom into the water. I'd like to think he knows that and maybe even regrets it. I liked Keith Olbermann of 1989.
Right. The Keith Olbermann who was a sportscaster.
So Keith Olbermann actually responded to him on his Twitter account.
Good.
Right. And on his Twitter account, he wrote, "Pat Sajak did not introduce me to America. I started on CNN the same year he started on Wheel of Fortune. I think if he needs to apologize for anything, it needs to be that talk show. When he was canceled, he was replaced by a crime and skin series called Silk Stockings, for God's sake."
Well, 2 points there. One, you never saw the Pat Sajak show?
No.
Horrible. Unwatchable. Secondly, Silk Stockings was a little awesome. Like Silk Stockings was just like sexy. You know, and it was like 1990 where you couldn't get sexy. Like I liked Silk Stockings. It was on late at night, but it was still good. It's really hard for me not to say you were asleep at that point. I just want to point that out.
I probably was. I was also 4 years old at that point.
Well, so then in that case, it's a good thing you were asleep.
Right.
Yeah, Pat Sajak, that's it. So my way of protesting this, I'm done watching Wheel of Fortune, which I haven't seen in about 11 years.
Yeah, is Wheel of Fortune still on the air?
Still on the air, it prints money.
Really?
Yeah, King World, or that's who syndicated it for forever with Jeopardy, and they make just a ton of money. There's a whole giant swath of the population that likes the show. By the way, it's a really good show. I mean, it's just like, you know, it's not for me, and probably not for you, but I mean, it's just out there. It's fun. It's pleasant. You solve a little puzzle.
Right.
You know, the people cheer along, they clap at everything, and, you know, he's a totally effective game show host. But, I mean, their lives got to get monotonous there. You know,
of course.
Pat and Vanna. But Vanna still does it. How old do you think Vanna White is? Let's take a little quiz. How old do you think Vanna White is?
45.
Oh, JR, how old do you think Vanna White is?
I'm going to say that she's 58.
What? Really?
Jesus?
I'm going to go with 54.
54.
Jeez.
Yeah, mid-50s.
She's
I was
holding it
actually,
together.
and I actually was going to go with 61.
What? No, there's no way she's 61 or anywhere near 61.
I just looked up. What was your guess, Anna?
45.
Anna's out.
Mine is crazy. Mine is crazy.
She's actually,
Oh,
let me tell you?
yeah.
She's 53 years old.
53, really? Yeah, she is. She's 53. She'll be, yeah, so 61. That was a little crazy. That was basically as wrong as you are.
Young Turks have a new sponsor, GoToMeeting. It's online meetings made incredibly simple. You can set it up in 2 minutes, and you can talk to anyone from anywhere. And it's only $49 a month, and it's unlimited.
You can actually go to gotomeeting.com/Turks and get a 30-day trial.
I never heard anybody.